Today I'm going to be talking about why I love science communication so much and really what I do in science communication and why I find it so valuable. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Newt. I do environmental science communication on social media, specifically a lot of short form video revolving around environmental news, legislation, issues, research, like whatever's out there lately. Um, and so far, I've kind of built up that account to a few thousand followers across platforms, and it's been super interesting for me. So, I guess some examples I'll give you just in case you might be interested in following at NP Tech Videos. I'll link it. I'll link all the links in the description. I do a lot of like stuff on the ocean, like announcing marine protected areas, going into like remotely operated vehicles mapping methane seeps, talking about animals like the giant isopod and rock hyraxes, which is really fun. Talking about like ecology, like insect population declines. So a lot of and climate technology, like sea stars, which are autonomous vehicles that map the ocean or do sensing for it, and even stuff like IKEA putting solar panels on balconies. So I've been doing this actually for just over a year now. I started July 1st, 2025, and it's currently July 12th, 2026. So I'm really proud of the fact that I posted every about a little bit over once every 3 days on average. Technically concentrated around July and January when I posted like every day pretty much. So I've had a lot of fun with it, and I'm going to give you a few different reasons why. This is off the dome, so we'll see how it goes. First of all, I just love sharing my life with the audience, or just sharing things with the audience. So when I was in high school, I did theater. I did productions like I was a pirate in Peter Pan. I was Lord Farquaad in Shrek. Was Aladdin in Aladdin in middle school, and so I have a lot of fun like talking, public speaking, performing these larger than life characters, and sharing what I'm doing online. So I've had this YouTube channel technically, but I don't post on it much. It's been like 8 months. Uh, and then I also made a music TikTok account. That was where I really started doing TikTok, and those sorts of videos. So I have like 100 different videos of me playing ukulele and guitar and doing original music over a couple of years. Never saw any traction. Thankfully, I do have a couple songs out, and I'm really proud of them. Under Newt Powers, that's my Spotify. You don't have to go look at it; it's okay. But if you're interested, and I really enjoyed that. But after I made a couple environmental science videos at that point. One of them was on like a California conservation bill. One of them was on giant isopods, like I mentioned. And I enjoyed it, but I kind of forgot about it. It went to the wayside. And then I had a conversation with a friend that they were saying, yeah, you should do more ocean conservation. And after joining this like social app called Farcaster, where a lot of people were really interested in and enjoyed my content, I just went crazy last July and have been posting over 100 videos since then. So that's a little bit of kind of the backstory. So I think that's a part of the reason why I enjoy posting on social media. I think part of my mission is really to educate people and hopefully inspire them to take change or to take action in their communities or globally. And one of the things I try and focus on is making sure that people are informed about any issues or any developments, and then providing links to I don't know like petitions or ways to contact their representatives or ways to donate to different organizations that are really on the front lines of this awesome conservation work, and making sure that people have both a problem and a solution when talking about tough issues like climate change. And I'm really glad that people have had such a great response to it. Lately, it's been awesome that people have been commenting most days about how much they appreciate my work. And I think that's really valuable to me because I put in about like an hour and a half, let's say, into each of these videos. So I've done hundreds of hours, which is of making content about environmental science, which I'm really proud of. And I think that, even though I have a smaller audience still, I think that there's a lot of room for growth. I mean, admittedly, I obviously fall into the trap of like, looking at the numbers and the algorithm and all that stuff. And I kind of wish I was farther along. I know some people in my niche with the same style videos are much farther along, but I just need to try and post every day. I've been doing that since July 1st, so not long, but we'll see how far it goes. Another thing that I really love is just um, being able to see people understand new concepts. So I don't really tutor. I've never had the grades in engineering school where I go to school, sadly. But I have, taught people informally environmental science and obviously online. And I think it's really cool when some people say like, oh, I learned something new, or oh, haven't heard it explained that way, or like, oh, wow, the way that you communicate this makes sense to me. Because I feel like there's so much like confusing stuff in the news, or if you're not super like well in the know, you don't spend like over an hour a day researching climate change like I do, then, it can be tough. And I think that's super gratifying. And one of the things I'm really trying to do in that regard is link everything back to something that people might have a personal connection to. So, if we're talking about flooding, like how does it affect people on the ground? If we're talking about heat waves, how can it affect health and how can it affect, stuff like that? Or, how does climate change and issues with supply chains affect the economy? And so I'm really interested in how are you able to communicate and bring in those concepts to a way that is digestible, but also can, hopefully help people like understand the issue and want to make change about the issue. Sadly, I didn't realize I could add my link in bio on any of my platforms until recently, so I don't know if anyone's visited the link. But I've done some pretty cool stuff. Like my friend Susie, they're making a climate TV show for kids. It's pretty sick. You should check it out. Susie Hicks and Sprout. And I love it so much. And I was able to promote a fundraiser of theirs, and I think a couple of people donated, which is super cool. So I'm really glad that that's another thing. Just hopefully being able to have an impact that I do through my content. And the last thing, I think I really enjoy obviously the challenge of breaking down these concepts, but I love being able to take what I'm learning and educate people, because I think it takes an entirely different skill set between learning something and teaching something. It's like a lot more challenging, and I like that. But I think obviously I rely on journalists a lot. So thank you to all the journalists out there. If you're journalists watching, thank you so much. And so, yeah, I think those are a lot of the reasons. Again, if you'd like to check out some of the videos that I do, I'll link them below. But if I forget, my name is Newt Powers. Newt like the salamander, or Newt Gingrich, or Newt like Newt Scamander from that Harry Potter spin-off series. So, and Powers, like, I don't know, superpowers, but just without the super part. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have great days and keep learning, stay curious, and yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Bye.